All right, so now if you've set up your Sibelius score to this point, now what we need to be able to do is go through and we need to be able to start inputting notes into the correct form and the correct structure in the score. So by now, if you've reached this point, you will have finished the chord grid and you will have set up the Sibelius score. So we're up to this third step. All right, so we're going to take that chord grid that you had and we're going to begin adding in the chords that you inputted on the grid. So let's say, for argument's sake, I've cleared this now, but you can see here I've left over chord 1 from this particular chord grid. So over here, what I need to do now is I need to input the notes of that chord. We said earlier that the notes of chord 1 were C, E, and G. So now I would like that, according to my chord grid, I'd like that chord to be worth 4 beats for the first bar. This is the first bar, there's no other chord in it, it's worth 4 beats, so it must be occupying the whole bar, which means that the chord itself will be worth 4 beats. So over here, here's my first bar. What I need to do is I need to input that as a C, an E, and a G using semi-breathes because it's worth 4 beats. So click a whole note or a semi-breathe, and then you can simply type a C, and it'll add a C for you. You'll see now that once I've typed the letter C, I typed that on my keyboard, it now has a note that appears above it. I need to add an E above it, and then I need to add a G above it. There's C, E, G. What you can do, I don't really want the chords to be up there, I prefer it look like middle C. So you can select all of the notes by clicking the bottom note and then holding the shift key down and then clicking the top note, and it highlights it all. Then hold down the command key and the down arrow, and it drops it down an octave. All right, so next, if the next chord in your progression was chord 4, which I think I put down in the original video, I've got to put down chord 4. So in there, I need to be able to put this chord, and of course you will have put the names of the notes. So in here, I'd put chord 4. I'm not going to tell you what the names of the notes are for that. I'm just going to simply put the chord in for you. There we go. All right. Now, you can input each chord one by one, or because all of the triads are the same shape, i.e. they're either all on lines or they're all on spaces, and they're stacked in what we call root position. So the root note of the chord or the tonic is on the bottom. We can simply, they're all going to be the same shape. So we can highlight that. So click the bottom note, click the top note with the shift key held down, and then like you would in a Word doc, hit Command C and copy it. Then go to the bar that you want to put the triad into, and then hit Command V, and it puts it in the arrangement, and then simply use the up and down arrows to be able to put it in the position you want to. Obviously, it can only be either a chord 1, 4, or a 5. You've got a picture of what they look like, and of course, you just need to be able to put in the correct triad according to what you put down in your chord grid. So over here, I can just simply paste the triads in now. So this is 8 bars long, so I need to be able to put in, this is now I'm up to my 5th bar. Now you'll notice that you run out of bars at this point. To be able to add more bars to the score to make it 8 bars, I'm up to this bar here. I want to go up to the Add Bars tab. So if I click that once, it'll add a bar. I now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 bars. I need 2 more to make 8. And there we go. Then continue to just put in the chords that you like. It's up to you. You shouldn't use this order because this is the order of chords I decided I wanted to use. And then you just continue up to the 8 bars. And when you get to there, you'll be up to your B section. Now, of course, just like the instructions say, it's going to be 8 bars long each structure. So we've recorded 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 bars of chords. We now need to put another 8 bars in. So click on the bar you want, click Add Bars, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I have an A section and I have a B section of chords. So once you've got to that point, we need to start adding a bass line, and I'll do that in the next video.